that this beast will think to change times and laws.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
All right, now how did this tie in with JC? It said he would think to change times. When they made up Easter, what is Easter predicated on? Well, that's supposed to be the what? Death of Christ. When you celebrate Christmas, the world's biggest religious holiday, what is Christmas predicated on? The birth of who? Christ. None of those days were celebrated in the Bible by no one. Nowhere in the New Testament. They're both heathenistic, paganistic, idolatrous holy days, or should I say holidays, that was made by Satan. He devised these days. And every false day he created, guess what? He used Christ to predicate it to the people. He's the one that propagated it through the earth in the name of Christ. Good Friday, when Christ died. Sunday, we worship on Sunday now according to the beast. Even though no one celebrated Sunday in the Bible. No one worshiped on the first day of the week. Now you have people celebrating Sunday because they said Christ rose from the grave. And all these were done in the name of Christ. All these times were changed. Not only those times, but New Year. Christ. Not only New Year, the way they count time, period. The way the world regards times as BC and AD, they changed that. They went and corrupted the blueprint and the calendar that Yah gave to the earth, and they call themselves changing it. Because now we wanted to glorify the birth of a new God. And before he was born, we're going to call that BC, before Christ. And after he came, we're going to name it AD, after Christ. So everything is predicated on Christ. And it said this beast would think. And what did the Catholic Church? Everything they changed, they did it in the name of Christ. Right here in Cincinnati, they had blue laws a few years ago that no store could be open, no business could be open because of the blue law that Sunday is the day of worship. And nobody should do business on any other day. You could work on Sabbath day. You could work on Saturday or the Sabbath day. You didn't have to keep that, but you had to get off work on Sunday. I was even challenged over 20 years ago, not quite 20 years ago, by Governor Celeste's administration. I began to open my business on Sunday, my barber shop, and the Attorney General called me up and said I had to close up. I'm breaking the state law. I said, fella, my Sabbath day is a Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week, which corresponds on Saturday. That's my Sabbath day. To me, Sunday is the first day of the week, and I'll be working. He said, if you work, the state of Ohio will be forced to close your business. Guess what? I'm still working. And the next year, they changed all the laws because I had the fear of Yah in me that gave me the courage to challenge the state of Ohio. And when they seen it was a no-win situation, trying to fight one of the servants of Yah, they changed the law. Well, I'm the reason they changed it. I'm the reason that the barbers and beauticians are working on Sunday in Ohio, because I wasn't going to fall for this beast and lay down for these corrupt laws that they were waging. Because Yah said this beast would think to change times and laws. and they would be given into his hand, and to a time and a dividing of times. Brothers and sisters, that was done Christ. Now, Yahweh's Sabbath day is the seventh day of the week that corresponds with Saturday, but the world is keeping Sunday because they say Christ rose from the grave on that day. So they are honoring him over Yahweh, who created the heaven, the earth, and the sea. They're honoring him over Yahweh, even though Yahweh gave a directive and gave a commandment and commanded us to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. There are no laws attached to Sunday that if you break Sunday, you'll be punished. There's nothing in the Bible that if you worship on Sunday, you would be blessed. All the blessings come with Yahweh's 7-day Sabbath. And he didn't mean us to keep 7-day Sabbath and go to church on the Sabbath day just to worship a hippie on a stick. It wasn't set up to worship Christ. It was set up because Yahweh created the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that therein is in 6 days, and he rested on the 7th day. And he blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. That's why we worship on Sabbath day. So if you go into these apostolic Christian churches, dancing and praising Christ all day, you're doing it against the authority of Yahweh.